question because I don't feel like you presented enough qualifications to accurately even ask the question, let alone expect an answer from me. So, and you also made an assumption.
Now he beginning to switch the whole thing up. Now he refusing he just went left and right. He tried to answer it seemed like a little bit, and then now he just, nigga, I ain't, the way you asked me, I don't want to answer it no more. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of, Lord.
About who I said the just and unjust were.
No, only the unjust. You know? I'm sorry, only the just. I only assumed that you knew who the just was. Right. So my response to you on what you just said is this. One, I am confident, and I told you who the unjust was. I made a position. It is up to you to decide to either A, disprove it, B, write it off for whatever reason that you decide to write it off, just as you're doing now, or C, simply, I don't know, just have me move on to somewhere else. So what I'm saying to you is that your response is not sufficient. And the reason why it's not is because you know that if you even try to say who the unjust are, you won't be able to do it, and therefore you're actually sliding out of answering the question.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looked like that way, man. You know what I mean? It kind of looked like that. It kind of looked like that way, bro. You know what I mean? Just saying.
It's my view on what you just did.
Bishop, you quote a scripture without even reading it. You admittedly don't even know the context of it because it's not in front of you. So I will not sit up here with the level of arrogance that you just had, a level of pride.
I just told you.
I got it. It's 1 Peter chapter 3:18. Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at it too, but he didn't do it. He's asking me the question. I'm looking at it, but he didn't do it. So I'm not going to make any presuppositions about who the unjust are. I would first have to read and do a study on this chapter before I start jumping to conclusions.
You have to do what? Now, he went from kind of answering the question to saying now he got to do reading and studying on the chapter to understand who the unjust is. The brother don't know who the unjust is in 1 Peter 3:18. That's what's going on? Did you figure it out what it was yet? You gonna do a breakdown on who the unjust is in 3:18 and how you came up with that criteria? In what context, where in the context that it's implying that the unjust are Israelites only, are considered as unjust? Or dealing with the context in this context that's talking about Israelites. The unjust in that context is talking about Israelites. In 3:18. How? Now you got to study it. Now you got to see what's up. And ain't nobody seeing this, man. Let's continue.
Yeah. So that's why your question is insufficient, bro. So moving on.
All right, I'm going to move on to something else now.
You go to a new question.
You guys have clearly seen for yourselves.
We seen
this is my next question.